Welcome back to the second part of the interview. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about yourself?
Well, that's a really great question. I'm glad that you asked that. When actually reflecting on myself and who I am, a few key concepts come into play. But there's one word that could really say kind of sums up things that I support and something that I represent, which would be acceptance. When I think about my life and how I've gotten to this point so far, there was really a life-changing and kind of affirming moment that happened to me, which actually took place in 2005. I began to lose weight. I began to gain weight. I started losing my hair, and I started not feeling as confident as I used to. I started feeling a little bit of depression. And one thing that I noticed was that people that I had been acquaintances or had been friends with before my outside alteration had kind of taken place, they weren't my friends anymore. They didn't treat me the same way that they used to. They were kind of more standoffish and just a little bit not the same person that I once remembered. And that event that took place, that really showed me a life lesson. I learned something at a very young age, which was that later on, which can happen in the workplace and just happens in general, people can tend to judge you more on how you look instead of what you actually bring to the table and what it is that you bring from inside yourself. So then later on in life, doctors found out that I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian disease, and I started having treatments for it. I got better, my hair started growing back, I lost weight, and once those people saw that my outside appearance once again matched who I was, which was the open and kind and caring person I am on the inside, they started treating me as their friend again, and I realized, that's just part of life. It's something that happens. But I took that experience and I made it part of who I am, and I made it a better part of who I am. I now know that when I go into a workplace, when I go into any type of environment where I'm meeting new people and making connections, that you cannot just judge people about who they are from the outside appearances. You always have to take what they are on the inside and focus on what they can bring to the table emotionally, what they can bring to the table mentally, and just everything in general. So that's a little bit more about myself, a little bit more in depth, and I hope that you enjoyed my answer.